Well done. Important win tonight. End of a tough run of results back at the top four. But how did you feel about the performance?
But I think the first 40 minutes we were top. The performance was very good. Completely dominate the game, score, chances. And then the last 5 minutes happened what is happening many times in the last 4 or 5 games. We lost a little bit of confidence. We conceded the goal, and we start to be a little bit not afraid, but to struggle a little bit. And then second half, I think we start quite well. And then after the second and the third goal, I think the game was in control.
Yeah, you mentioned recently the game management. Do you feel like at least it was a shorter period where you felt you lost control of the match? Do you see progress in the sense?
Yeah, absolutely. We lost the control probably, as I said, the last 5 minutes of first half. Then second half, I think we start well. And when we scored, the game was under control.
And a team with a few changes, new injuries. How pleased were you to see both your central defenders especially doing so well with Tosin scoring, of course, but Trevor, he wasn't even training with you not so long ago, and he looked very comfortable.
Absolutely, yeah, they did fantastic, Tosin and Trev, but I think all of them, also Keenan, Disburiol, that was a long time without, game. And overall, I think the performance was good, unless probably, as I said, the last 5-10 minutes of first half.
And with Cucurella, when he scored, he starts the play and then he carries the ball and he almost scores from a striker position. How's it been for you this season to unlock these new spaces that he's been exploring so well?
Yeah, for me it's more about being in the right position. No matter if you are tall or if you are small or if you are, for me it's matter to be in the right position. And the goal that he scored against Brentford and he scored against today is because in the same position, is in the right position. And Mark is very intelligent, very clever, and he's doing fantastic with us.
In this run, you always said that you were focusing on the performance, on the team still creating chances. But what type of effect do you expect this win, after 5 matches without winning, this win to have on the team, especially with such a tough opponent ahead in Manchester City?
Yeah, absolutely. But now it's, now we are happy we won the game. Then from tomorrow we're gonna start to think about City. That for sure will be a tough game. But in the last 5 games we didn't win. But I said many times, I think the performance was there. We created many chances, we didn't score, and tonight we scored 3 goals.
It wasn't decisive in the end, but on Wolves' goals and Robert Sanchez, you stood up for him several times this season. You've spoken about him a lot of times. It was his 4th mistake leading to a goal. Why do you feel these mistakes keep happening?
You said 4th mistake, and how many times he saved us? I think more than 4. So happen, no problem. Happen to him, to mistake, happen to the striker, central defender, no problem. Robert is doing well.
And finally, we spoke briefly before the game. You mentioned Colwill being an injury and not too bad, but Enzo a bit more complicated.
Yeah, Enzo probably we need some more days. I'm not sure for the next game. We see.
Thank you.
Grazie.
Of course, he's going to defend his goalkeeper, isn't he?
Of course. It's a victory. Everything is okay after the game. So he made a mistake. But no hard feelings, because they scored 3 goals and they won the game. So this is exactly what they needed, 3 points.
And back into the top 4. How confident would you be, Manu, of Chelsea playing Champions League football next season?
Very confident. I said it at the start of the season, with the quality of the player, and if things goes right, with the management of Maresca. And if the players respond well in a good way, I think they have the quality to finish on the top 4. And I said it even before, after the Christmas time, when they were losing games and the position on the table. I think now look back, on the top 4. So we will see, because maybe the 5th position will be qualifying as well for the Champions League.
Increasingly likely, yeah. So an important win for Chelsea. Wolves really fighting for their Premier League survival. Let's hear from Vitor Pereira now with Natalie.
Vitor, you had a positive spell at the end of the first half. You showed some glimpses during the second half of opportunities. But why was it so hard tonight for Wolves?
Because we faced a strong team with players that can one against one can create a chance. And we start the game not in the way that I like. We start the game defending too much in a low block with problems to control the crosses on the box. After we decided to change the wingers because with the left foot in right side we are conceding a lot of crosses from that side, and with Nelson with right foot defending that, okay, I think it was a good decision. Was a good decision because after we start to be more compact. I think our pressure in the front line was not the correct pressure to do against this team, because we cannot, against this kind of team, we cannot open spaces in between the lines, and we concede some passes in between the lines, and they create problems. After we did some corrections on the pitch, and we start to play and to create problems and to create one or two chances to approach the goal, and in the end we score a goal. Second half, we start again not in the way that I like. We concede a goal. 2-1 is the result that we can compete for the to score, but the third goal. And after the third goal, we start to play again. We start to create problems again. It means that we have moments and we play with confidence, and other moments that we lose this confidence. And this is something that we need to change.
Yeah, you
Problem, isn't
mentioned
it? Keep getting done
confidence
by set pieces. That was Natalie Jedra asking the questions of Vitor Pereira, and it's only goal difference. As you can see, keeping Wolves away from the trapdoor right now. And let's show you what they've got to come in the short term. It doesn't get any easier, as you'll see. Arsenal, Villa, Liverpool, Bournemouth and Fulham. The next 5 all in the top half of the table, and then a crunch game against Everton, who are 4 points above Wolves right now. Could it get worse? Jamie Carragher.
They were in the end. I think there was a spell certainly in the first half. They were pretty dominant, I would say, first sort of 20-25 minutes. Then they allowed Wolves to get back into the game. Wolves get that goal mistake from the goalkeeper. And at the start of the second half, you're not quite sure how it will go. The atmosphere felt a little bit flat, you know, in the stadium, maybe on the back of the run that they're on at the moment, Chelsea. But I think as soon as we went 2-1, I didn't think we really felt at any stage in that Chelsea wouldn't win the game. Do
you think the atmosphere has been a little bit of a problem for Chelsea this season?
At home, yeah, because I think there are more vocals, you know, away from home, the fans, more supporting, you know, their teams and their players. And I agree, you know, it was quite a little bit quiet, you know, tonight at Stamford Bridge.
But is this a big step in the right direction? Not maybe in terms of the performance, but in terms of the result, the confidence they might be able to take from that?
It was not the best performance so far from Chelsea, but at least they got the 3 points, thanks to the defenders.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah.
Tossing with the first one. Let's have a look at it. It comes from the corner, as you said, and Wolves have had real problems keeping these out this season. This is the 18th they conceded.
Yeah, it's just a mess. Listen, it's a different manager with the same group of players. It's a little bit unfortunate. I think a lot of the time when a set piece comes on, a big part of it is getting the first contact, and Wolves do that. And more often than not, you clear your lines there, but it's not a great header. But you can see his own side. This is what VAR is for. It's just Cunha at the back post. I think his heel just plays toast.
So as an attacking player, is it just a sharpness in terms of organisation? Once you've cleared your lines, get out?
Yeah, I mean, it's just that he's deeper initially because I think he's marking the front space, so he just doesn't get out quick enough. It's always a difficult one, that really. It's difficult when you've got to go out really quickly in a short space of time to all be exactly in the same line. We
criticised Robert Sanchez at half-time for the way he dealt with Wolves' equalising goal. Do you think he might have learned a big lesson tonight?
Yeah, because a couple of minutes before this corner, you know, he took the right decision. He punched the ball, and he should have done the same on this corner, because he was surrounded by players. He was very close to his own line, so he took for me a risk, and he should have punched the ball. definitely.
Is it easy sometimes for the goalkeeper, though, just to get dragged into almost the scrap that's going on around him and start trying to
And you see
get
the arm,
players out
the
of
arm
the way?
of the Wolf player, you know, so...
Santi Bueno at the near post. His
so
arm
don't
just
take
goes
a
up.
risk, just punch the ball, you know. He did it right before that, you know, on the corner or set pieces. He did it brilliantly, so I don't know why he changed his mind.
Every goalkeeper's got this problem now on every set piece. I don't think I see any team with a corner now and not trying to get round the goalkeeper. I mean, in the past when we were playing, there's always been one player by the goal, maybe the striker of the opposition team.
And
but
the challenge of the goalkeeper was different, you know, back in the days.
Yeah, but now it feels like there's 2 or 3 players around the goalkeeper.
So we always used to say, catch it if you can.
Yeah.
Are we changing that advice to goalkeepers now then? Because of
I think it was more of the case as he was almost going backwards into the goal. It was almost felt like he was going to have to keep it, even if he'd have caught it, he's almost been trying to keep it out of the line. And I just think in that situation now, I think that probably is the best advice for goalkeepers, as he did on the next corner just before half-time, especially with the amount of bodies in the 6-yard box now.
So Wolves probably on the up going into that half-time interval, and we wondered what we were going to get from Chelsea. How did they get the goal that was all-important, Jamie, to put them 2-1 up?
Well, if you remember when we looked at Wolves under the new manager and we highlighted the system that he was playing, but also the adventure he wanted from his wing-backs. And the situation they find themselves here is that the 2 wing-backs, Aït-Nouri, who obviously started on the left, but after about 15, 20 minutes of the first half, got moved onto the right, and Semedo went from the right to the left in the same situation in the first half. There's your 2 wing-backs on the both sides of the pitch. So, I mean, that's not great, but you just see the situation now, and we mentioned in the first half the system that Chelsea are playing. Brilliant from Caicedo. And then before you know it, Cucurella's in this position. Aït-Nouri's almost thinking that the man on the ball's not going to lose the tackle to Caicedo, and he can run in behind. So already, the goal scorer for Chelsea is ahead of him. And then you go back to that system that we talked about earlier on as well, where you've got those players here, there. So you've almost got Caicedo deeper, Dewsbury Hall, Cucurella and Cole Palmer ahead of him. And that's the system that teams are now playing against teams that play this system of 5-2-3. So before you know it then, that's your centre-back going out. And already you can see the problem here at the back post. Aït-Nouri's in between, Cucurella's in between Aït-Nouri and the other centre-back there, Doherty there. So they're out of position, but they still get back into the back 5. But listen, credit to the manager. He's actually put Cucurella in this position, in this high number 8 position on the left. He scored a winning goal, I think a few weeks ago at home. For the lives, Emmanuel.
It's too easy, you know. They were one, you know, they were drawing you at this moment, so it's too easy to come back. And Iraola, you know, the Wolves manager, must have been very disappointing. He talked about the lack of balance of this team, especially in transition when they lose the ball. This is exactly what happened. The commitment when you go back to your goal to protect your defense and your goalkeeper, you're 1-1. So everything can happen in this game, and you're coming back like this. You have to give everything, you know. The commitment is not there on this occasion.
They still needed to put a little bit of headroom between themselves and Wolves. Only 1 goal in it at that stage. And lovely moment this almost for Trevor Chalobah.
Yeah, I mean, but listen, you talk about Wolves against set pieces again. I mean, the record is shocking. And the goalkeeper, I must say, the goalkeeper's been awful all season for Wolves. He really has. Finds himself in no man's land. But Chalobah thinks he's got the goal. Look, he's there. And we just take it back now. Sorry, I think I just missed it on this angle. You just see the reaction of Chalobah. He's actually wanting. So you just see the man who heads it. Just keep an eye on him. Keep an eye on him as it's going in.
It's my goal.
So he's going to get it, but just keep an eye on him. He starts looking at the line. Look, he's checking, he's claiming, he's either wants it offside or he doesn't. Yeah, if he's not going to get the goal, he's not going to get it. But I think we'd all say, wouldn't we, in that situation, just make sure it's a goal. Be careful you don't get caught offside. That's always the worry.
Jamie,
you think he should have left it?
Of course. But that's the difference between...
It might not have gone in.
No, come on. That's the difference between defenders and strikers, you know. Strikers is all about stats, you know. And they're quite selfish on the pitch all the time. I'm happy for Madueke, you know. He scored. Fair enough. But I think... he should have let the ball going into the net.
He can't do that.
He was player of the match, Trevor Chalobah. Is that something that he deserved tonight, given the way he's performed? Coming straight back into the Chelsea team.
Yeah, I think he did a strong performance tonight. I think he deserved to be named man of the match, and he was strong in defense. He had a couple of moments, in the first time when he was not there, in terms of position. That is normal because he just came back into the team. But I think he made some great impact defensively, but as well up front, on set pieces and corner. And thanks to the defenders tonight, they score at least 3 goals, 2.5 goals. But they were brilliant tonight, I think, all of them.
It's really important how he played today, and credit to him, because you don't see players really go on loan at that age. Going on loan is something that you do as a young player. When you get to 25, you get sold, really. But to be put on loan, which basically means that the manager and the hierarchy at the club do not think you're good enough, and they've got 4 or 5 other centre-backs there.
Maresca said it was a financial decision at the time.
Well, maybe they're still looking for a centre-back because they've got problems there, but the fact that he's still the player, they don't have to go and buy someone, they can bring someone in, I get that. But to go back into that dressing room where he's probably been, him and his agent have probably been a little bit at loggerheads with the club in the summer. I want to go on loan, I want to go to a certain club, what's the transfer fee, all these discussions that go around players moving on now. And then to almost feel like, I want to show Chelsea, prove them wrong a little bit, and then they bring him back and he puts a performance in like that. So, it wouldn't have been easy for him to go back into that sort of dressing room with everyone thinking, that the club didn't feel he was good enough. So credit to him tonight.
He was pretty regular, games, with Crystal Palace. He was enjoying his game so far, from the start of the season. So I wonder what he thought, when Chelsea asked him to come back, because he knows that the competition to earn your first 11 place is very tight, at Chelsea. He knows that there is a couple of defenders, especially central defenders, that are out for injuries. So when they get back, what will happen to him?
Well, how quick. I'm not sure that the Wolves people are going to be sending you flowers after this one tonight. It's 6 Premier League goals now. That's 4 against Wolves. Come on, what's going on here?
No, obviously, I got a hat-trick earlier on in the season and just another one today. Yeah, I'm delighted with the 3 points. It's been a tough run for us, and I'm always happy to score goals, especially somewhat easy ones like that. So
it was right on the line. I think you've got a monitor there, Nonny, so we can actually show you. Did you think straight away, I've got to make sure this is going over the line?
Yeah, for sure. It's instinct, it's attacker's instinct. I think I knew it was going over the line, but I said to Trev after, man, assist on his first game back is great for him, but I had to put this in the net. I had to put this in the net for sure. Yeah.
It didn't look like he was too happy with you when you were celebrating.
No, that's my brother. He was telling me, no way you took my goal, no way you took my goal. But I told him, I said, bro, come on, you have to understand that this is what they pay me to do.
What did you think of his performance, Nonny, coming back tonight and into the team?
Unbelievable. Leadership, character, bravery on the ball. Of course, the system from the manager is difficult to play, and he slotted in seamlessly. So I'm really delighted for him, and it's no coincidence that players like him and Reece back in and we won the game. They're Chelsea through and through, and they helped us tonight with their leadership for sure.
Nonny, you mentioned what you did at Wolves early on the season, getting a hat-trick. You had a brilliant start to the season. You've been in and out of the team of late. You've come back and got a goal, but the manager has been really pushing you. He's saying you're capable of much more. You've got huge potential. Can you explain how those discussions have gone about and how you feel about them?
Yeah, obviously, when the manager kind of criticizes you, it's not always nice, but I do know that it's coming from a great place, and he's trying to improve me. So you just have to take it on the chin and try and get better every day, which I try and do, especially with my goals and assists and just helping the team in every aspect. And yeah, that's what I try and do. And thankfully today I had a hand in the second and the third goal, and yeah, we just move on to Man City and try and do the same.
But on that same theme, Nonny, what do you feel is within you talent-wise? Do you think you can get better and develop even more as a player? You're hitting high levels already.
Yeah, no, for sure. That's definitely the goal. Look, I'm 22 years old. This is my second full season in the Premier League, so for sure there's a lot. There's many aspects in my game that can grow, and I work hard every single day to try and do so. So yeah, definitely. I don't think I've anywhere near the potential that I have inside me. So just trying to fulfill that, So yeah.
Well, Nonny, on the back of obviously your impressive performance this season for Chelsea and tonight, Thomas Tuchel was watching the game tonight. We spoke to him just after the game, and he said you were the standout figure. I mean, you must be really pleased with that.
No, I spoke to him earlier on this week, and we kind of had a laugh about the game. I told him that I scored a hat-trick in the earlier fixture, and he said, well, you better go and score again then. So I'm happy that I was able to do so, and yeah, chuffed that he thought I played well today.
I feel like I need to clarify, Nonny. Jamie's having one of his wind-ups, but
I'm sure he will think you played well. We all did. He thinks the same as us. Don't worry.
Nah, that was a good one. That's well played.
Nonny, let me ask you about the team. You've gone on a tricky run of results. How much did you need this tonight? What do you think is still possible for your team this season?
I just want to say that we have to just, obviously, it's not nice not winning in 5, and we're really happy that we won today. But we just have to take it game by game. We're not feeding into any of that talk that was happening earlier around us when we were winning all the games, you know.
So let me just stop you there, Nonny. Why not? Why, when we were talking about Chelsea being capable of winning the title, why do you think that's not the right thing for us to be talking about?
I feel like when that started, we went winless in 5, so I don't want to talk about it anymore. To be honest, we just want to focus on the game by game, and we know the goals that we're trying to achieve, and I think we're on the right path to doing so.
So when the manager says to us that you can't win the titles because you're not ready, what do the players in the dressing room think when they hear that?
We don't really talk about it, to be fair, but I'm just going to say whatever the manager said, that's what I believe as well. So
that's the perfect response. Nonny, congratulations, and I'm sure we'll see you in the England squad as well. Well done.
Thank you very much, guys. Appreciate it.
Business once more on the back of that very important equaliser. 1-1. So deflection, and it will be a throw-in. Well, what can they do to stop him running at them? Romeo Lavia. And there it is, the half-time whistle. So the beginning of the second half here at Stamford Bridge. Possession 1. Mudryk. Being egged on by the crowd. And a goal to re-establish their advantage. Just look at the celebrations. Palmer.